Now let's go back to prioritization. When they came in and met the roads the way they were, and a state of emergency was called on the road, that something needed to be done about the roads. Don't forget, we are restricting ourselves to Lagos to Abuja now. Even when construction was going on all over the country, but let's just restrict ourselves to Lagos to Abuja. Now,
via Benin.
Lagos, from Lagos, when I say Lagos to Abuja, we're looking at Lagos, Shagamu-Ore-Benin-Lokoja, Abuja. We looked at the population of these different cities. We've looked at the commercial aspect of it. These were commercialized. For example, Lagos is the biggest economic hub in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. So the road going and coming into Lagos was bad. The federal capital, Abuja, the road going and coming into it was bad. Ore, the road passing through Ore was bad. Benin City, the capital of Edo State, the road passing through it was bad. They needed to be fixed. And someone, the Minister of Work, needed to do it. The ministers before him did not do it. But he, as the bulldozer, needed to do something. And he did something. That is one thing our people should know, the Esan people. They should be proud of him. He did something. He ensured that these very critical areas were transformed. Something was done about them. And then, after that, in 2013, he commenced the dualization of the Auchi to Edo side. In 2011, priority, when prioritization was done, the Auchi to Edo to Benin was not among the prioritized session because it was not as bad as those other sessions, as we could see from the road then. But as they were completing those sessions that were prioritized in 2011, he, the minister, was hoping that priority will now focus on the Auchi to Edo side when they get the budget. Unfortunately, that budget did not happen because that was supposed to come early 2015. But at that point, they lost the election and they handed over to President Buhari. So we're looking at the facts, how things happened now. What is very crucial for people to understand is that even when the Auchi to Benin was not prioritized as at 2011, when they started the Lagos toll gate to interchange, Abuja to Lokoja, and Benin to Ore, they ensured that in 2012, it was approved. The bulldozer ensured that the Auchi Okene to Benin was approved, and that in 2013, work started on that stretch. Work was ongoing from Auchi coming down. Then they also started in Ore. They brought down the Ewu Hill. The roads coming from Ewu was being, as of 2015, was being asphalted. And the Benin side, when you, after Eho, construction was also, and dualization was also moving towards Benin. So it wasn't that nothing was going on. Work was ongoing. And the minister was very aware of the fact that something has to be done from the remaining stretch, which was Auchi to Benin, that it was not enough to put that stretch under constant maintenance by FEMA or Operation Safe passage, that it has to be dualized. And that was why dualization was kickstarted on that stretch in 2013. So people need to know this. And people need to know that there was no way that the Lagos to interchange, the biggest economic hub of the nation, or the federal capital, Abuja to Lokoja, or the Benin, the capital of Edo State, Benin City, or the capital of Ondo State, there was no way they could have ignored those areas and come to start construction from an area that was not even bad. It was motorable. Esan land was motorable. What the situation of Esan land today was about the same situation of those areas that were done in 2013, in 2011 to 2012 to 2014. I guess that if Esan land was the way it is now in 2011, 2012, something would have been done about it. It would have fallen into prioritization when they were, considering which houses will fall into prioritization. If Esan land, the way it is today, was the same way it was like that in 2012, 2011, they would have done something about it. And we need to know, we do not have that budget, that chunk of money, that whole lump of money to just throw onto the road and say, I'm going to do everything at once. We have to strategically find this money to construct road. Dr. Mike Onolememen would have been a laughing stock today if he had left the very crucial sessions that were begging for attention and go to start working in his place just to show that, to prove to his people, I am from here. That's not the way a man on a mission should work. He had Nigeria as his primary constituency. And he had the crucial areas that needed to be done, that needed attention. He needed to work on them. That's what a detribalized person does. Maybe some people wanted him to start practicing nepotism. They wanted him to ignore what was wrong with the nation and start looking at what was wrong in his village. Maybe that was what they wanted. But I want to tell my people, I want to let them know, the Esan people, that your son, Dr. Michael Onolememen, did the right thing. And so the country is proud of him. The country is happy with him. If he had more money, he would have done more than he did.
More money and time.
More money and time. You need to know that your son did all that he did within 3 years. Because the first 1 year was used to plan, reorganize, and conduct need assessment.
We decided to prioritize all roads leading to the seaports, all roads leading to the refineries, and all major roads connecting the 6 geopolitical zones of the country and transversing through major towns and cities in this country. Notable among which were the ongoing dualization project, which the federal government was embarking upon at the time. Notable among which is the Kano-Maiduguri dual carriageway, the Abuja-Lokoja-Benin-Ore-Shagamu-Lagos dual carriageway, the Benin-Ore-Shagamu dual carriageway, as well as the Onitsha-Enugu dual carriageway. Now on the Benin-Ore-Shagamu expressway, Nigerians know that that had become a nightmare for travelers, that particular road. But when we came in, we decided to tackle it headlong, and we focused on the very bad areas on the road, and after working on the bad area consistently for 8 months, we recorded huge successes to the extent that the journey from Benin to Lagos that now took about 9 to 10 hours to accomplish, we were able to bring down the travel time to about 3.5 hours. So today, you can plan to leave Benin City in 3.5 hours time, you are sure that you will be in Lagos. In fact, that has helped to reduce travel time not just between Benin and Lagos, but between the Southeast and Lagos. And for us, that is very commendable. And today, looking back, we've also recorded a lot of successes in these particular areas. For instance, on the Abuja-Lokoja-Benin-Ore-Shagamu-Lagos carriageway, we were able to complete work on the Giri Bridge, the Giri interchange, and we also completed work on the New Gwagwalada Bridge, and both of them were open to traffic. They have been open to traffic, in fact, since December last year, and we were able to solve the perennial problem of traffic logjam during the end of year traffic rush period. We did the same around Onitsha. And between Abuja to Lokoja, we've been able to ramp up construction activities, and there is floral construction activities ongoing on the road to the extent that we have the kind of success we have recorded this past 1 year have not been recorded prior to this time, even with 3 years combined together.
The ministry is also in collaboration with multilateral agencies such as African Development Bank and the World Bank in financing the rehabilitation of various roads across the country. All this work has not gone unnoticed.
This government have already favored by dualizing this road. At least this is when they dualize this road, things are going well, there's no more chance, there's no more hold up along the roads. Everything is moving, all the vehicles are moving freely without any problem along the road. We thank God for that.
The work is very fine now. Even the attack the road is very fine. In fact, they're doing well. They're doing well. God will bless them.
Muna matuƙar farin ciki don gaskiya yanzu dai hanya ta yi lafiya saura mana ɗan lokaci kan ƙari ne su bamu dama mu fara haurawa ta kan gada. Ce shi shugaban ƙasa Goodluck Jonathan shi muna masa addu'a. Allah ya ƙara bashi ƙarfi iya gudanar da mulkinsa. Kuma duk abin da ya yi na alkhairi Allah ya bashi ladansa.
Before the road was repaired, the road was so bad before, and some of criminals attack people anyhow. But as at now, it's very enjoyable and more tolerable. So there was no disturbance except just few places before the Ore. That's where the only place that they are not be done.
Before it was visible, but from here to Lagos, it takes us about almost 6 hours, 8 hours. But now it's about 4 hours.
Honestly, this company, they are really trying because when they started it, we never think they can do it. But what they are doing, man, we are really impressed. It was so bad, which there was no way here. We are taking through the town, and then there was a lot of accidents. So since they opened the road, I think it's very, very okay. And the road was so bad then, which the gully was so much. It's very, very okay. Very, very easy to the town when you are going out easily. Very, very okay.